Hello, viewers. Welcome to my channel Science to Technology. So in today's extra episode, I'm going to show you the tip and tricks that I use to do accounting for my expenditures. Basically, itemized way of categorizing your expenditure and earnings. This again, a lot of people have asked me how do I deal with that, and I do have a good system that helps in this task immensely. Now, again, this is if you're just starting out. Again, if you have a corporation to deal with, then you have to deal with some extra stuff. So I'm not gonna need any advanced software or any complex things like that. Just a simple Google Sheet will do. Now, so this will be your sheet, and you have to start with the core principle. Do not overcomplicate anything. Do not try to be smart. Try to be as simple as possible. So, for example, the first thing would be the name. Okay, don't try to be this and that. It's very simple. Fiscal year generally, if yeah, like you may want to put your name before it, but generally you will be the only one dealing with, so that's why I don't put that. So 2025, sorry, 2025 to 2026. Boom. So please make sure, because again, the simpler you are, the more likely you are to basically make sure that you use the same naming convention in the future also. That way, everything will be kept in check. So I'm gonna put this first column with month. Now, again, it's not necessary, but I like to do it because it makes my job much simpler. Then we have to understand this fact that this white background will drive you crazy if you have to keep looking at it. And again, it's very hard to read. Especially if once it's full with text, it will be very complicated to follow. So thankfully, Google knows this, and almost every software knows this. So you will come to this basically in drop down alternating colors. Now in this, I generally follow this system. And again, if it's not there, just click this and give this red system. So I think this could be a bit darker. Uh, Again, generally it would be very light, which is barely visible in LCD monitors. If you're OLED, it will be, but I generally keep it like this. You can even change this to, let's say, green. Nah, I'm going with red. Okay, so this will make it much easier to, well, visualize. But again, let's just say now you put whatever you are getting from your bank account. No matter which you bank are you dealing with, almost all of them nowadays give you a way to extract the data, basically your passbook, so to say. So in the that data, you will have columns, and does not matter whether it's PDF, CSV, or some sort of Excel format, or some sort of Google Sheet itself. So in my case, I get CSV, and this is the column arrangement. So you have date, remark, withdrawal, deposit, and balance. Now, if you are only dealing with one bank account, do not tamper with this ratio. Basically, this should be so simple that you are just copying the whole table from your bank data into here. Do not try to change anything. Do not try to be smart. Do not change anything unless you are dealing with multiple bank account. Then try to find the basically the most prominent account, and then make sure that you follow that, because again, the more you have to tamper with things, the more likely you are to make data. So this is so far so simple, but again, if you look into it, you'll find an issue that the moment you scroll, that column goes away. So you select this row, and then you go here, then you go more view more actions, and then freeze row number one. Ta-da! Now no matter how much you scroll, it's not an issue. And then again, the reason why I have the month there, so I can click this and I can make this into red. So let's say this would be May, April, let's just say, and then I'm like April, May, I have done that. After May, I can also do this. So this way I can have an easy visualization where my 1 month is ending, another month is starting, and this makes everything simple, easy, and elegant. Now, so far, so good as just visualization. Now we come to the bread and butter of this. So you start with category. Here you put category, and I'll explain how this works, and then you will put details. So you're gonna put details here. Now category, let's just fill up some data here, rough data. Let's just say April. I think font size, I have not reset it. Again, if I want to simplify, I can select all this and then merge cell, ta-da. That way it makes my job a bit easier. I can even align them like this. So it makes requirement kind of easy. But anyway, so date, let's just start with 01 to, sorry, 04, 2025. and then just this is just what you call placeholder right now. So you will get a lot of bank data. So basically account from A account to B account to C account, whatever have you, you're gonna have a lot of data here, a lot of numbers and complicated things. And then you will have your withdrawal. So let's just say something like this. Then deposit would be something like this, and then you will have hold on. Sorry. So you're gonna have something like this going on, and then ta-da. So far everything is just, and again, balance would be your total, not putting data here, it's not worth it. So basically these are the columns that you have to pay attention to, your withdrawal and deposit. Now balance would be whatever balance you have, and then we'll start to make the category. And this is where, what the hell? Drop down. Yes, now we come to basically drop down. This is where things get interesting. So first option, let's just say food. The likelihood of that you are spending money on food is very high. Then we come to health. Health. Again, that will not be enough. Health, travel. So then we can add another item. Let's just say travel. Let's just say AdSense for me. AdSense. Then we are looking into interest. Interest. Another thing. Let's say return. RETUR. Now to make your job easier, color coding them would help a lot. So I'm gonna focus on anything that is for expenditure. I'm gonna make sure that they are red. So this will be 255.00. So red, this will be lighter red. Again, this does not need to be there, but I do it so it makes my job much easier. So this would be 50/50. Okay, this would be customize 255, 55, 100, 100. Okay, so AdSense. Now again, now we are talking about earnings. So I'm gonna change the color to green. So 0, 255, 0. Again, these sort of simple things will make your life much easier, especially if you have a lot of data going back and forth. So let's just say 25, 255, 25. Boom. And return is a bit messy. You will have some things that are a bit messy. So I generally like to give them yellow color, so to say. So let's just put it 255 tab 0 255. So if I'm returning, but again, I do not like this orientation, so I'm gonna change it here. Done. So once you're done with this, you're gonna have this drop down, and you're gonna keep dropping it down. So let's just say in this, I selected health, and this I selected health. That's why I have this detail column. So this would be, let's just say, it's a stomach medication. This would be spinal drill. Spinal drill. So again, this section helps you. This will not be necessary for this thing, but it, again, trust me, unless if you do not have this, most likely you will end up putting everything in category, and this section will become too much big of a mess. So let's just say travel, and let's just say this earning. See, that's why, because if I have here text and this shows red, again, just on at a glance, it will make it very obvious something is wrong here. So again, let's just say this was a return, and let's just say this was food. Food is regular expense. Then we come to interest, and let's just put this with another food. So so far, and you can put your details. So let's say Delhi. I traveled to Delhi, and let's just say this is March. Again, AdSense gives you 1 month later, so okay. This way you can have this information much more simplified. And this does not make sense. I do not have to travel return ticket. Let's just put that. So and be mindful, you're not supposed to do this whole thing at the year's end or physical year's end. You're supposed to do it monthly, otherwise it will be too big. Now we come to automated parts. So far, everything is easy peasy, take it and go. But here's still, how do you itemize it? Basically, you want health. Let's just say I want this column. I selected this. select, went here, and I went this. Now, how do I make sure data from here goes to here? And at the end of the year, or once I have a lot of data, I just collect this and directly get the sum data. Again, that's is the tricky part, and I'll show you. Let's just say travel. Travel is the third option, and then we come to food. So again, please try to copy paste as much as possible, because again, spelling mistake can wreak havoc into the system. You cannot afford to make spelling mistake. Now I'm gonna show you a very simple so this is the system that I utilize. Oh, I think I copy pasted it in the wrong place. So let me control exit. Yeah. So this is the command. Basically, it's a checking if that is there or not. Now, be mindful, the columns would be different for you guys. So category, basically drop down would be in this this column. Basically check here. So in this scenario, health is there. Check in G2. Again, I have G. If it was like in your scenario, it was F, H. Make sure this part is sure. This column, basically check in this. And then D2 is the withdrawals column. And again, if let's say you did not put month, your withdrawal most likely will be in C. So you put C2, C2. Once you have this, then you basically select this and drop it down. Ta-da! And you see it already gave me some. So now imagine you did for a whole year, and all you have to do is select this. Ta-da! You will see how much money you have spent on health. Let's do it again so it becomes very obvious. You select this code and you go here. Now what you have to change again, because again it's still the red column, still the withdrawal column. I do not have to change other than this part. So basically I have to make sure health is set to food. That column is for food, so let's make sure we put food there. Food, boom. And again you can see, ta-da, Google autofilled it automatically. I know how much I spent on food. Voila, take it and go. Make sure you always put it in the first basically this column, this row, second number row, because again first is the title. And always make sure double check, triple check the spelling between this your category drop down and the basically function must match. If it does not match, you're gonna have a very bad time, and it's gonna be very hard to troubleshoot. So travel, boom, autofill. So that's how you're now. How do you change the column? No problem. This would be, let's just say AdSense. I selected this, I selected that. Ta-da! And again, I'll change the color so it's visually obvious. And I'm gonna take this script and I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go boom, and then now I cannot check D series. I have to check E column. So E2, and make sure other things are E2 also. And again, my drop down did not change, so I do not have to change this part. And this travel has to change to AdSense. So, yeah. What the hell? I'm not able to undo. The hell? Sometime. Yep. So let's just make sure T2 is E2, and then it's E2. Press enter. I select this AdSense. Ta-da! Autofill. Boom. That's how you do it. So basically, no matter how many months you're talking about, so how much data you have in this and this, and like, you know, numbers, random numbers is gonna come from your bank account, so to say. Something, let's just say, whatever have you, all you have to do is make sure you drag drop some everything without any issue. So you select this, drop it down, and you're like, okay, this creates a mesh, no problem. You just select this one and boom it. And if you did this part correctly, every column here will have the information, and now you drag it. Ta-da! This I can make sure, no problem. Now the moment you change, let's just say this is deposit, so this I make it interest. It should, oh, I did not create the interest. Let's just put it AdSense. Boom. So this is how I basically quantify my expenditure. Again, this is a small scale thing. You're not supposed to use this for corporate level expenditure, but if you have nothing else, this is a very good tool. Free, everything is free and nothing is fancy. And if you have any trouble making sure this sketch is working, ask ChatGPT. 99% of the time, it will give you a right result. And if you're smart enough, you can just understand what's going on. I'm not, so I asked ChatGPT. So this is how I make sure my expenditure is very easily managed. And to make sure this is more easy to read, I generally make this part with borders. This allows me to separate sections. Basically, this section I do not want to touch. This section where I have to pay attention. And again, this detail section is a bit difficult, so I may want to reduce it. Let's just say, let's remove it. Yeah. So again, I want it to be visually obvious what the hell is going on. And again, if you think like it's looking to concentrate and understand, it will be something like this. That's why I would do that. For recording purposes, I am doing like this. So this was a very simple way how I basically categorize and itemize my expenditures and basically whole year's expenditure. And then I finally give this data, and then I can just easily tell him it's like, hey, this is my basically health expenditure. And because there will be bank data here, he can cross check it. And even a quote, if they look into it, they can double check it. It's like, yeah, this actually went from this bank account to that bank account. There is no likelihood of mistake. Food, again, you have to do it month by month. Do not try to do it year over year. It will be too painful. Do it month over month. So basically I'll do it after 16th of the month, because again, credit card detail also comes in. So you can also have a different color for credit card, because again, that will not show up in your balance. So it might be confusing. You may want to give it a different color. That's up to you. So this is how I itemize everything. See, like how much I spent on food, boom, this much, done, go home, sweet dreams. So this way I can easily quantify my CA, basically what the hell is going on. And it also gives me a very good overlook, basically how much money I made from AdSense, how much money I made from interest, how much money I invested, how much money, all of that can be done without any issue, without any hassle. Everything is free, nothing is fancy. You can easily do this without too much hassle. Some banks will also give you date and time. Most don't, but some will. And you can easily have this section collapsed like this, merge cell, and then you can just type something like this. And then you can just change it. Generally, this should be, yeah. So this was my simple tips and tricks how I basically manage my expenditure. Hopefully this was helpful for you, or at least give you some idea to do your own system. And I wish you all the best. And if you like this video, please click the like button, share it amongst friends. That will help me a lot. If you didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, I urge you to press dislike, press it twice to show me extra disappointment. And I'll see you in my next regular video. Bye.